So the basic structure is mandatory. I'm going to assign that basic structure. What is the basic structure now? So HTML will be block. Within the block, two section is there. One is a head section, and then second one is a body section. Head section, body section. Two section will be there. So the basic structure will be there. We have to run this basic structure now. One extension is mandatory. Which extension now? Live server extension. So by using that extension, we can run that document in our Chrome or somewhere browser. So now this is our document, right? So just see here, close this one. Now there is no any title here. Today I'm going to discuss. We are going to discuss about CSS. So in that case, the title will be CSS. Save the file. Just go and check it your document now. See, CSS will be title. So now I'm going to make one command line here, HTML command line. So less than exclamatory hyphen hyphen is called as command. The command lines are not executed here, description purpose only we are using that command lines. So today we are going to discuss CSS, right? So what is the CSS now? Why we have to use a CSS now? First of all, we can discuss. What is the CSS means? Cascading, styling sheets is called as CSS. So what is the use of CSS now? So which is used to apply the styles for HTML documents. Clear? What is the purpose we are using the CSS now? Which is used to apply the stylings for HTML document. So n number of stylings will be there. Transitions, animations, background colors, alignments, layouts, background images, like n number of stylings will be there. We can discuss. So what you know how to write the HTML code, where we have to write the HTML code now. So within a body section only we can write that HTML code. So now where we have to write the CSS code now, there also three ways to we can write the CSS code. So what are the three ways is there now? The first one is the inline CSS, and then second one is the internal CSS. Third one is external CSS. Three ways to we can declare the CSS code: inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS. Clear? Clear, guys? Inline, internal, external. So the HTML also we can write by using HTML2. We can write the code within our body section. So where we have to write the CSS code now? So inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS. Three ways will be there. So the first one is the inline CSS, right? So the inline CSS we can discuss. So initially in this document section, there is no any content. So that's why we can't apply any stylings. So first we have to create the content. After that, we can add the style. So where we have to write the HTML code now? Within our body section only. So within our body section only, by using that predefined tags, we can create that content. So simply I'm going to create one div block element. Div is a block element. So within the block element, I'm going to create one h1 heading here. So within the h1 heading, simply like the content will be front end is. So after this h1, I'm going to make one para also. Within the para, some lurium content, 20 words of content will be there. Save the file, just go and check it your output. See here, one h1 will be there front end. After that, one para will be there, 20 words of paragraph will be there. After that, next one, I'm going to create one more div here. So not required now. The one div is enough. So one div will be created here. So now already we have some content block will be there. Within the block, two elements will be there. H1 element and then paragraph one element will be there. Something content will be there. We have to apply some stylings now. So by using inline CSS2, we are going to apply the stylings and all. So whenever we using the inline CSS now, how to apply the inline CSS now? See here. So the element will be there now. The block element open tag. within the element by using style attribute, we can add the stylings. That is the inline CSS. So whenever we're using the stylings now, whatever the element we have to add the stylings. So the particular open tag, we have to use that style attribute, and then within the style attribute, what are the stylings want, like background image, background color, like n number of stylings will be there. First, we can discuss that basic styling. So the basic stylings means, first of all, for example, so initially, like there is no any background color for this block, right? So the div only block, the entire block, I'm going to apply the styling now. Within the div only, the style attribute is there. Whenever we are applying this div now, the entire block will be affected. So whenever we are applying the style attribute within the H1, now only the H1 only affected. So now within the div will be there, the style attribute. Now the entire block will be affected here. Now, like my requirement is I want to apply some background colors now. So background hyphen color on property is there, colon, within the colon we have to assign that whatever the colors we want, we can assign it here. So n number of colors will be there. See, n number of colors will be there. My requirement is I want to apply the navy color background. Save this one, just go and check it your output. See, so now the background color navy color will be created. Clear? After that, so now initially the text color, it comes as a black color, right? So initially the text color will be black color is there. See, now I want to change this text color now. So how to change the text color now? So there also one property will be there. So color is a property. By using color property to whatever the text color we want, we can apply. Simply I'm going to make as the text color white color text I want to make. Save the file. See, now the text color, it comes as a white color. And then one more property is there. What is that one more property now? So margin padding one property is there. Margin one property is there. So what is the use of padding property now? So inside the block element, inside the block, we need to make some space, which is used to make the space inside of the block. Inside the block, we need to make some space. Now we are using that padding property. So what is the margin now? Outside of the block, outside of the block, we need to make some space now. We are using that outside of the block, we need to make some space means we are using margin property. Clear? That is the difference will be there, margin and then padding. So simply understand, margin means outside of the block, padding means inside of the block. So initially the block will be there. There is no any space inside of the block. I mean the border line will be there. So inside of the border line there is no any space. In outside of the border line also there is no space. Here document space only is there. So my requirement is, first thing we have to make inside of the block space. How to make inside of the block space now? So by using padding property too, we can make the space. For example, 50 pixel of space I want to make inside of the block. See, now the 50 pixel space will be created. Left side 50 pixel, top side 50 pixel, right side 50 pixel, bottom side 50 pixel. So like I want to make 100 pixel of space. So simply you can increase that value there. Whatever the space you want, the value we can assign. See, now we are getting this 100 of space. 100 pixel space we are getting left side, top side, right side, bottom side. Inside of the block, we are getting some space. Now we are using that padding property. So by using padding property too, we can make the space inside of the block. So, and then, for example, whenever we are using the padding property, the same space we are getting four side, left, top, bottom, right side, right? So I don't want to make like the four side space, same space. We have to assign some individually some space. In that case, how to assign the individually space now? There also for property will be there padding left padding hyphen right, padding hyphen top, padding hyphen bottom. So individual properties also is there. By using individual property also we can apply the stylings here. So padding left is a property. Save the file. Just go and check it your output now. See the only left side only the space will be created. After that there is no any space because that is the padding left property. Whenever we are using the padding left property now, what only it will be accessing left side space only. So my requirement is we need to make top side also some space now. So in that case, padding top is a property. By using padding top to, I'm going to create 100 pixel of space here. Save this one. See, now the top side also the 100 pixel space will be created. So left side 100 pixel, top side 100 pixel. The two properties will be that padding left, padding top. And then right side also we need to make some space. In that case, padding hyphen right is a property. By using padding hyphen right property to, I'm going to assign 100 pixel of space right side also. Save this one. Now left side 100 pixel space, top side 100 pixel space, right side also 100 pixel space will be created. Individually we created as a spaces. Whatever the space, not only 100 pixel, whatever the space you want, you can create it. Simply for example only left under, top under, right under, I'm going to create it. So for example, in bottom also there is no any space. I want to make bottom space also. How to make that bottom space now? There also one property will be there. Padding bottom is a property. By using padding bottom to, we can make the space in bottom side. See this one. So now the bottom side also the space will be greater under pixel space. So by using padding property too, we can make the space equal space. So four side like left, top, bottom, right. Either individually also we can create the space, whatever the space we want, four side also. Padding left, padding top, padding right, padding bottom. So anyone having doubts in this padding property and then background color, background property, color property. Is anyone having doubts? Okay. And then margin on property will be there. So I told you inside of the block we need to make some space now. Padding will be property. Outside of the block we need to make some space now. Margin is a property. See, in outside of the block also there is no any space here. See, there is no any space. How to make the space outside of the block now? There also one property will be there. Which property now? So margin is a property. Margin property too. We can make the space outside of the block. 100 pixel is the value. Save this one. Just go and check it your output. See, the 100 pixel space will be created in outside of the block. Left side 100 pixel, top side 100 pixel, right side 100 pixel, bottom side also 100 pixel. The space will be created by using margin property. So whenever we using the margin now, same like margin padding, same. So padding means outside of the block we are getting space. Margin, sorry, inside of the block we are getting space. Now padding. So margin means outside of the block we are getting some space. That is the difference. So in margin also we can assign individually like a top side we need to make now margin top, margin left, margin right, margin bottom. Same like padding we can define as a margin out. So margin left will be property. Left side I'm going to create 50 pixel is a space. Save the file. See, there is no any space in top side, right side, bottom side and all. This is a document space. Only the 50 pixel space will be created left side. I want to make in top side also. How to make top side? Margin top is a property. 50 pixel is a value. 50 pixel space I'm going to create in top side. See, the left side 50 pixel space will be created. The top side also 50 pixel space will be created. And then right side we need to make some space. In that case, margin right will be property. By using margin right property too, we can make the space. So here also I'm going to make 50 pixel of space. See, now left side, top side, right side. The three side, the space will be created here. So here the defaultly document space will be there. Whenever the space, there is no space now, we can create the space by using margin bottom property too. We can make the space in bottom side. Either inside of the block, we need to make some space now. Padding bottom is a property. Outside of the block now, margin bottom is a property. Clear? This is the way for we using the padding property, margin property. Padding means inside of the block we are getting some space. Margin means outside of the block we are getting some space. So we need to apply the background color now. Background hyphen color is a property. We need to change the text color now. Color is a property. Clear? And then like the width size, the max width size will be 100 percentage. The max the block width size will be 100 percentage. So now we want to compress this width. How to compress the width now? By using width one property is there. By using width property two, we can compress the width. So up to 300 pixel we have to compress now. Save this one. See, now the up to 300 pixel the width will be compressed. Clear? And then, for example, initially the text color will be white color. So the heading will be there now. For this heading, for heading only we have to change some different background color. How to change the different background color for the heading now? So within the H1 element, this one only we have to change some background color. Style is attribute, and then background color is a property. Whatever the color we want, we can assign it here. Aqua color will be there. Save this one. See, now the background color, aqua color will be there. So now we need to change the text color. How to change the text color? By using color property too. We can change the text color here. Which color we want, we can assign it here. So for example, uh, black color only I'm going to change as a text color. See, now the text color, it comes as a black color. Either you can assign as a red color here. Now the text color, it comes as a red color. So now the entire the paragraph and then the heading, everything it comes as a left side only, right? So we need to align in center of the block. So now this is the block. So the entire content from left side only is there. This is the padding space. We need to align in center of the block now. So there also one property is there. Which property now? Text align one property is there. By using text align property too, we can align the content in center. Center is a value. Say this one, just go and check it your output. Now the entire content, it comes as a center of the block. For example, the entire content we have to make as a right side. How to make as a right side? So text align is a property, right is a value. So by using right value too, we can make the content right side. So now the entire content, it comes as a right side. So we need to make as a left side now. We can define that value left. So initially the value will be coming left side only. See. So now we are getting that content left side. So we need to align in center now. Text align will be property. Center is a value. By using center value, we can align the content in center of the block. So this is the way for we are adding the basic stylings for this div block. Anyone having doubts in this? Guys, if you're having any doubts now, you can ask me now. I will help you. Like, oh, if you're having any doubts. Guys, any doubts or no? Okay. So how to add the inline CSS now? Within the element, by using style attribute to, we can add the stylings, whatever the stylings we want, we can add it here. That is the inline CSS. Now we can discuss that internal CSS. For example, simply I'm going to remove the entire stylings here. Simply I'm going to remove the entire stylings here. There is no stylings now. Save the file, just go and check it your output. There is no any stylings. So now already we had some stylings by using inline CSS. So now the same block, I'm going to add some the same stylings by using internal CSS. So inline CSS means, so within the element, HTML element, we have to add the style attribute, and then whatever the styling properties we want, by using that styling properties too, we can add the stylings, the particular element. So that is the inline CSS. So internal CSS means, so the edge section will be there now. This is the edge section. So within the edge section only, we're going to use that internal CSS code. So how to write the internal CSS code now? So style open tag close tag is mandatory. Within the edge section, style open tag close tag. So here only, so now the head section is different, the body section is different. There is no connection of head section body section, right? In that case, so in this body section only, the elements will be there. What are the elements? Div h1 para will be there. So these things only we have to add the stylings. So there is no connection between head section body section, right? In that case, how to access the HTML elements now within the body section, like within the style section? So how to add the HTML elements now? There only we are using that selectors. Selectors will be there. So by using the selectors too, we can access that HTML elements. So this is the CSS. So start is called as CSS. Now, this will be the internal CSS. The internal CSS and all within our edge section only is there. So whenever we are using the internal CSS now, so first thing we have to define style open tag close tag within our edge section. After that, by using selectors too, we can add the stylings and all. So what are the selectors will be there now? Three type of selectors is there. Three type of selectors is there. So what are the three type of selectors will be there now? ID selector, the first one. And then second one, class selector. Third one, ID selector, class selector, tag selector. So three type of selectors will be there. ID selector, class selector, tag selector. So whenever we using the ID selector now, so we can access, how to access the ID selector now? By using as symbol with ID names, whatever the ID names we created, by using that ID names too, we can access that ID selector. So the ID selector indicates as symbol. So whenever we are accessing the class selector now, the class selector indicates dot symbol. So and then the class name we created now, by using that particular class names too, we can access that elements. So and then whenever we using the tag selector now, so by using tag names too, we can access that tag some elements. Clear? So three type of selectors is there. What are the selectors? ID selector, class selector, tag selector. Three type of selectors will be there. So now here there is no any selector here. So simply I'm going to assign one selector. Which selector now? ID selector, the first one. So within the ID selector, whatever the ID name we want, we can create it here. Now the selector will be ID is there. So and then whenever the ID selector will be there, now the ID selector name also we have to assign. So what is the ID selector name now? Whatever the selector name you want, you can create. Simply I'm going to create as a my ID will be selector name. Not only my ID, whatever the selector name you want, you can create it. The selectors only mandatory. ID, class, tag, anyone selector. So here ID selector will be there. The selector name is my ID will be selector name. And then after that, now whenever we are accessing the ID selectors, now how to access the ID selectors? So ID indicates as symbol with ID names too, we can access that. ID selector indicates as symbol, and then what is the ID name? My ID will be ID name we created. So the same ID name only we can apply the CSS. So now the block will be accessed here, like because within a my ID only the entire block will be there. The paragraph H1 will be there. So now I'm going to add some background color. The background color will be blue color. I'm going to apply. Save this one. See now the entire block color it comes as a blue color, right? So now we need to change the text color. Now how to change the text color? By using color property too, we can change the text color. See now the entire block it comes as a navy color. So now I want to change the text color. How to change the text color? Now by using color property too, we can change the text color. Save the file. So now the text color it comes as a white color. How to make the space inside of the block? By using padding property too, we can make the space inside of the block. By using padding property too, we can make it the space inside of the block, like the 50 pixel space we are making inside of the block. So now the 50 pixel space will be created inside of the block, left side, top side, right side, bottom side also. The 50 pixel space will be created. So after that, we need to make some space outside of the block now. So margin is a property. By using margin property too, we can make the space in outside of the block. Say 50 pixel space I am creating in outside of the block. So left side, top side, right side, bottom side. The fourth side outside of the block also the space will be created. So after that, how to compress the width size. So by using width property too, we can compress the width size. Now I'm going to assign as a 300 pixel is a width size. See now up to the 300 pixel will be which size will be there. So now we need to increase some height size. Now how to increase the height size? How to compress the height size now? So by using height property too, we can compress the height size. Either we can increase the height size also. Now the height size it comes as a 300 pixel. Either we want to compress something like up to 200 pixel. Now we can make it as a 200 pixel. See now the height size it comes as a 200 pixel. After that. So now the entire content it comes as a from left side only. We need to align in center of the block, center of the document. Now. So in that case, we are using the text align property. By using text align property too, we can align the content in center of the block. So now the entire content it comes as a center of the block. So the front end will be there. For this front end only, we have to add some stylings now, different color, different background color, different stylings now. In that case, for this front end, how to add the stylings now, where the front end will be there now. Within our block only, the front end will be there. In that case, individually, we have to assign any one selector for this front end also. Class or ID, any one selector. Before that, we used as ID selector. In that case, I'm going to use here class selector. Not only class, not only ID, whatever the selectors we want, we can use it here. Simply, I created one class selector and then selector name we have to assign. So what is the selector name now? Whatever the selector name you want, you can assign it here. Simply my class will be selector name. So now the how to access the class selectors now. Whenever we are accessing ID selectors now, with as symbol ID names too, we can access that one. Whenever we are accessing class selector now, dot symbol with class name too, we can access that one. So now I'm going to access that H1 where the H1 will be there now. Class selector is there. What is the class selector name now? Dot symbol. My class will be selector name flower basis. And then now I'm going to add some background color. Which color I'm going to add now? Aqua marine color. I'm going to add the background color. Save this one. See now the background color it comes as a aqua marine color. So now we need to change the text color. Initially the text color white color will be there. Now I'm going to change as a color red color. I'm going to make. Save this one. Now the color it comes as a red color. And then for this element, H1 element is there now. Inside of the element, we need to make some space now. So inside of the block or inside of the element, we need to make some space now. Padding is a property. So by using padding property too, I'm going to make 10 pixel is a space within our H1 element. See the 10 pixel space will be created inside of the element. So outside of the element, we need to make some space. Now margin will be property. By using margin property too, we can make the space outside of the block. So this is the way for we using the internal CSS. style open tag, close tag, and then within the open tag, by using selectors too, we can add the stylings and all. So what are the selectors will be there now? ID selector, class selector. ID selector indicates as symbol, class selector indicates dot symbol. Whatever the ID name, whatever the class name we created, the same class name, same ID name too, we have to apply the stylings and all. That is the thing. And then for example here, and then I'm going to create one more block here, one more div here. So within the div, one h1 will be there here. What is the h1 now? Like within the h1 backend something content will be there. So after that, I'm going to make one para here. In this para also, Lurium content, 20 words of content is there. Save this one. So now the backend will be there, and then one para will be there. So here also there is no any stylings. Only the front end, only some stylings will be there. Background, height property, width property, padding, margin, something. The basic styling properties will be there. So now the backend block will be there. For the backend also we have to add some stylings. So what is the first step here? We have to add the selector. So why now? Because the HTML, the body section is different, edge section is different. We have to access the elements now. First thing, we have to add some selectors, the particular elements. Now for this second block, I'm going to add the selector, whatever the selector name we want, we can create. ID will be selector. And then selector name we want to create, right? So what is the selector name now? Item one is a selector name. Whatever the selector name you want, you can create. Simply I created as a item one is a selector. So whenever we are accessing ID selectors, now how to access the ID selectors? As symbol, and then item one is a selector of flower basis. So now I'm going to add the background color property. So what is the background color now? Whatever the background color you want, you can add it here, your vision. So simply I'm going to add as a dark green will be background color. Save the file, just go and check it. Now the background color, it comes as a dark green color. And then we need to make some different text color now. In that case, which property? Color is a property. By using color property too, we can add the styling. Which color I'm going to add now? So like which color, something, which color I'm going to add the text color. So now the text color, it comes as a different text color, which color. And then we need to make some space inside of the block now. In that case, we're using that padding property. By using padding property too, we can make it the space inside of the block. Save this one. So now we are getting some space inside of the block. After that, we need to make some space in outside of the block. Now margin is a property. By using margin property too, we can make it the space outside of the block 50 pixel. I'm going to make this space margin. So in outside of the block also, the 50 pixel space will be created four sides. And then we need to compress the width size. Now how to compress the width? By using width property too, we can compress the width size. The width size I'm going to assign as a 300 pixel will be width size. Now the width size, it comes as a 300 pixel. After that, the entire content from left side only is there. We need to align in center. Either we need to increase some height, either we need to decrease some height now. So by using height property too, we can increase the height, we can decrease the height. And then the entire content from left side only is there. We need to align in center now. Text align will be sent. Property center is a value. So now the entire content, it comes as a center. So now only for the backend only we have to add some different color now. So for this backend we have to access how to access by using selectors too. So whatever the selector we want, we can create it simply class or ID any one selector. Now selector will be created. So now the selector name will be item 2 will be selector. So how to access that one now? Whenever we are accessing ID or class selector now, class selector indicates dot symbol, and then what is the selector name now? Item 2 will be selector name. And then now I'm going to add some background color here. Which color I'm going to add now? Brown color I'm going to add the background. So now the background color will be added here, and then we need to make some space now. How to make some space now? By using padding property to can make this space. So after that, we need to change the text color. Now color will be property. I'm going to as a white color. The text color is clear. So now two blocks will be there. One is a front end. The second one is a back. So up to here, anyone having doubts, guys? If you're having any doubts, now you can ask me. Anyone having doubts like Vignesh, Monisha, Sharmila? There is no doubt. Everything will be clear. Okay, that's fine. So now the front end will be there and then back end will be there. So front end, my requirement is like we need to change some alignment here. So for example, first of all, the command line will be there, the HTML. So here, so what is the property name now? Float one property is there. So what is the use of float property now? Which is used to make the alignments right or left side. Any one thing, right or left. So float property one thing is that by using float property two, we can change the alignment left or right side. So now we have two blocks will be there. Back end one block will be there. Front end one block will be there. So my requirement is this front end we have to make right side. This back end we have to make as a left side. How to change the alignment now? So there only some float property will be there. By using that float property too, we can change that alignment. So my ID called as the first one. I mean the front end. So item one is called as the back end second one. So this back end we have to make as a left side. The front end we have to make as a right side. So in that case, float will be property. Right is a value. So and then this backend we have to make as a left side. Float is a property, left is a value. Save this one. Just go and check it your output. You can remove some the margin properties will be there now. You can remove that margin property because some it occupying some space in outside of the block. That's why we have to remove that margin properties. We don't want any margin. Save the file, just go and check it your output now. See, the backend it comes as a left side, the front end it comes as a right side. Clear? So for example, the front end we have to make as a left side, the back end we have to make as a right side. Now float is a property, left is a value. So this one item one only, the back end will be there. Here we are going to make as a right side. Save. So now the front end it comes as a left side, the back end it comes as a right side. Clear? So this is the way for we are making the alignments. Like only two alignments we can make it right side, either left side by using float property too. So which is used to make the alignment left or right. Only two items only we can align it here. More than two items we have to align now. We can't able to align. So in that case, we are using that grid and flex properties there. We can discuss that things later. So what is the use of float property now, which is used to make the alignment right or left? Any one side we can make it. Clear? This is the way for we using that CSS. And then coming to the tag selector. So just I'm going to removing these entire stylings now. So there is no any stylings. So there is no any code also no, initially. Save the file. There, nothing will be there. So now tag selector. Coming to the tag selector. How to add the tag selector stylings now? So initially, you know right how to create the table under. For example, table is a block element. Whenever we created the table now, table will be block element. Within the table, two section will be there. Table head on section is there, and then table body on section is there. T head section, T body section, two section is there. So within the table head section, we can create the table headings under. Within the table body section, we can create the table data under, right? So within the table head section, I'm going to create some headings. First thing, we have to create one table row tag. How to create the table row tag? Now by using tr tag too, we can create the table row. And then how to assign the headings and all now? Th1 tag will be the table heading tag. So by using table heading tag too, we can assign that headings and all, whatever the headings we want. So now the serial number one heading will be there. So again, we need to make one more heading here. Th will be one more heading tag is there. So name will be one more heading. And then I want to make one more heading here. Th will be tag selector. And then here, city is a one more heading is. And then one more tag we have to create it. Th tag within the th tag like state will be one more heading is there. And then one more heading we have to create now. One more th tag and then here country will be there, and then one more th tag here, like here something age will be there. Save the file, just go and check it your output. So now the serial number, name, city, state, country, age, the headings are all created. So now in tables means we have some headings will be there. Now we have to assign some data also, right? So where we have to assign the data now? So within the edge section, we can create that headings and all. Within the body section only, we can create that data and all. So the headings and all row type only is there. The data also we have to assign as a row type. In that case, we created one table row tag within our table body section also. And then how to assign the table data? Now by using TD tag we can assign the table data. So now the serial number will be there. For that serial number, I'm going to assign the data 01. And then names will be there. For that names, I'm going to assign the data my name only. And then city will be there. For that city, I'm going to assign the data whatever the city name you want, we can create it here. Bangalore will be data. And then the state will be there. The state also I'm going to create state. And then country heading will be there. For that country, I'm going to add the data. India will be data. And then one more TD element here within that TD tag, like finally age will be there. For that age, I'm going to assign 26. Save the file. See serial number 1, name Murthy, city Bangalore, state Karnataka, country India, age 26 will be there. After that, we need to add one more data, the same headings. In that case, we have to make as a next row because we are going to create as a next data. In that case, we need to create one new row and then we can add it next data. So now the serial number will be there. The serial number 1 is completed. Now the second data. So and then names is there. Whatever the names we want, we can create it like simply Amrish is the name. And then city will be there. For that city, I'm going to add as a Hosur will be city. And then TD state will be that the state I'm going to as add a Tamil Nadu will be stated. And then one more TD here within the TD like country will be there. The country is India. And then TD the age will be there. Age 27 is. Save that one. Just go and check it your output. So serial number 1 2 name Murthy Ambrish, city Bangalore, Hosur will be there. State Karnataka, Tamil Nadu is there. Country India is there. So age 26 27 will be there. So like we need to create n number of user data now. We can create new row. After that we can add it the data now. Just I'm going to copy this data. Simply I'm going to pass there on. So now 4 data is there. 6 data will be there. So just you can change the serial numbers only. So now whenever you want to create the data now you can create it. Simply I'm going to changing the serial numbers only here. Save the file, just go and check it your output. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data will be there. So now the table will be created. So for this table, we have to add some stylings. How to add some stylings now? For example, before that we'll discuss ID, class selector and all. Now we can discuss about the tag selector. How to add the tag selectors now? By using tag names only we can add that stylings and all. So now only this table only it occupying necessary with whatever the elements we want, only it occupying the necessary with, right? So now I'm going to make as a 100% of with space. How to make as a with space now? Where the table will be there? So this is the box. Table is a tag selector. This is the block. Within the block only the entire data will be there. So the entire data it occupying only necessary with, like I want to make as a with space. I want to make as a width space 100%. Save this one. So now the width space, the table width space it occupying 100% of space here. After that, we need to make one border now. So how to make as a border now? So there also, what are the things we have to add the border now? So the table headings we have to make border, table datas we have to make the border, right? In that case, the table heading section, the table heading tag indicates th will be tag. So the table data tag indicates td will be tag. For these two things, we have to make as a border. So whenever we created the border now, border is a property. And then 1 pixel means the line size is 1 pixel. So for example, 2 pixel, the line border line size is 2 pixel. Solid color, whatever the color we want, we can create it. Black color, I'm going to create the border. Save the file. So Now the block color border line will be created. So now we are getting as a 2 border line, right? So we need to make as a single border line. How to make as a single border line? Now there only property will be there. The border collapse on property is there. By using that border collapse property too, we can assign that value as a collapse. Save that one. Now we are getting as a single border line. And then inside of the element or inside of the block, we need to make some space. Now padding is a property. By using padding property too, we can make it the space. So now I created as a 20 pixel space. And then the entire data, it comes as a left side only, right? We need to align in center of the block. Now which property we have to use? So text align is a property, center is a bar. Save. Now the entire data, it comes as a center of the bar. So this is the waveform we created as a border lines. Clear? Now this is look like one table, right? This is look like table. For example, this headings only we have to add some different background color. How to add the different background color? So where the headings will be there now, within our th tag only the headings will be there. So now I'm going to add that background color here. The background color like navy color I'm going to add. Save this one. So now for the headings, navy color will be added. So now we need to change the text color now by using color property too. We can change the text color. Color is a white color I'm going to make. Save this one. So now the text color, it comes as a white color. And then the data, we have to add some different background color. In that case, so TD will be tag selector. By using tag selector, I'm going to add the background color. The background color will be aqua marine color. I'm going to add it. Save this one. Now the data, some different background color. So this is the way for we using that border, background color, color padding, margin, text align, float. This is the way for we using that inline internal properties. Clear? And then whenever we're using the external CSS, whenever we're using the external CSS. So see guys, anyone having doubts up to in this internal CSS? Any doubts? So then what is the difference between flex and float property? Yeah. So whenever we're going to discuss that flex property, I will let you in that time. So one, like the flex means multiple rows, multiple columns we can create. So float means only two items only. So either left, either right. More than two items we can't able to align in float property. So flex property and all not like that. Multiple rows we can align it. Multiple columns we can create it. Multiple items we can align it as a row wise, column wise. That is the thing in flex. Float means only two, either left, either right. Clear? And then coming to the external CSS, we added inline, internal also. So whenever we are using the inline CSS now, within the element by using style attribute, we can add the stylings. That is a inline CSS. And then internal CSS means within our edge section, by using style open tag, close tag, we can add the stylings and all. That is the internal CSS. So external CSS means we have to create one new file, CSS file. How to create that new file? Now this is the file option. So now I'm going to create one new file. The file name, whatever you want, you can create it. Simply index.css will be file name. I created it. So now whenever we created the HTML file, now the symbol will be open tag, close tag is there. Whenever we created the CSS file, now the file symbol will be as symbol will be there. This is the CSS file. So now here some stylings will be there. Now I'm going to remove the stylings, entire styling. Save this one. Just go and check it your document now. So there is no styling will be there because I already removed the styling. So these stylings I'm going to paste within our external CSS file is there now. In this CSS file, I'm going to paste that styling and all. Save this one. Just go and check it your output now whether it is working or not. So now also it will not working. Why? Because the HTML file is different, the CSS file will be different. So in HTML file and then CSS file, in between there is no connection. There is no connection is there now. Like in that case, we have to connect that files. How to connect that files now? There only we are using that link tag. By using link tag to we can connect that file. Where we have to use that link tag now? Within our H section only we have to use that link tag, and then one attribute will be there. Relation is attribute. We have to tell like style sheet, and then href on attribute is there. Within the href we have to pass that file name, I mean the file path. What is the file name? Which file we have going to connect now? So index.css. In this CSS file, some stylings will be there. This stylings we are going to connect our index.html file. Save the file. Just go and check it your output now. Now the stylings will be added. So this is the way for we using that external CSS. Nothing is different for the internal, external. Internal means within our section by using style open tag, close tag to we can add the stylings and all. So external CSS means we are going to create one new file and then we can link the file within our edge section only in that HTML file. Clear guys? So if you're having any doubts now, you can ask me guys now. There is no doubt still. Dipti Anusha, Banu Venkat, Rita Sri, Jiti Karishma Naik. Anyone having doubts? Kirtana, Vignesh, Monisha, Nikita. Okay. Then today is over. We can connect tomorrow. So bye everyone. We can close the call now. So if you're having any doubts now, you can ask me. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. You can leave. Thank you.